I always love this. It's like are we really live? Is this real?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Checky, 1, 2, 3.
Hi guys.
Hey, I think we're live. We're live from Katelyn. This isn't the RV.
What has happened?
What? Where are we? I don't know, everybody. We're in a nondescript hotel room.
So much room for activities. Hi guys.
Hey everybody. Okay, if you can hear us and you can see us, say hey. Tell us where you're watching us from and what you're drinking.
We have peppermint hot tea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going heavy tonight. Real heavy. Let's see here.
We've got Jonathan and Desiree. Hi guys.
Hey there.
Oh, we have a question already about the doggies.
So
they're not here with us right now.
Yeah.
We miss them very much. They're all doing well. Scout is doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
She has not started her treatment yet.
No, the first one is
in April, middle of April.
Yeah. So we still got a couple weeks to go before that. So
yes.
Yeah.
But she's on her antibiotics to get her body and her system ready for it. So all the doggies are doing good and they're in very good hands right now.
Mm-hmm.
Diet Pepsi, nice, from Chicago. Hey, Dean. Dean, how is the weather up in Chicago right now?
Oh, man. Hello from Rhode Island. Debbie from Rhode Island. Rhode Island, we've never been to Rhode Island.
Well, we've driven, we stayed one night, very early
on.
Oh,
Newport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yes.
Okay, Debbie, I take that back. We've been to Newport, Rhode Island for one night.
Yes, but we need to go back to Rhode Island. There's so much more to see and do out there.
Yeah.
Yvette asked another question. How many miles does our Navion have?
We now have 43,000 miles on it. Now, I'd like to point out that our first year, I think we hit 25,000 in the first year.
Yeah.
So we're kind of slowing down a little bit.
Well, and I feel like we
what am I saying? Because we were in quarantine.
Yeah, we had, I was just getting ready to say that. We were racking up miles and miles and like going all over the place. And then, obviously like COVID hit and it was pump the brakes literally. And we didn't move for 3 months. And we're so glad you got a Navion because of us. Yay, that's awesome. We love hearing that. We love our Navion. Love, love, love.
Views are just as good. They're just not as long because they're missing a couple letters. But otherwise, they're almost as good as a Navion. But we like the Navion.
Lots of ongoing jokes between the View and the Navion group.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay, so Desiree and Jonathan said they just got back from Hilton Head. We are so glad you guys went and had a good time. They hit up some of the restaurants from our Hilton Head episodes. They went to, I think, Hudson's and to Poseidon.
Yep.
And so the food was great.
Well, and they went to Jekyll Island, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went exploring around Jekyll Island. So, hey, if you've actually gone to some places that you've seen in our videos, you should definitely let us know in the comments. That'd be awesome to see.
Oh, hi, Treva.
Hey, F&A Van Life. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys. I know. It's got like fancy lighting in here, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, it has like ski hooks or whatever. So, here's a great question. Where do you guys think we are?
Yeah, we want to know. Okay, Dean says it was 72 weeks ago, then 30. Yeah, up and down, right?
Wow.
Up and down.
Wow.
Hi, Dane and Jenna. Yay, you guys made it on.
And look, Sherry Weber.
Yay. Hi, Sherry.
Hello from Vegas. Hey.
Yay.
Hey. Salty Medic is here. Oh, man.
Loopy, hi.
Fear of the Nose here.
I know, I just said hi to Dane and Jenna.
Oh, hey.
We just get so excited when and Lisa, hi. I'm so glad you made it here for the live this time.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
I see another cup of tea. We got some sparkling water. It's Sunday night. You got to take it easy. Get ready for the week, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what, Jim, what is a Gamay Noir?
What?
I don't know. Is it a type of drink?
Gamay Noir.
Is it a wine?
That's a wine?
Is it like a Pinot Noir? But
Gamay Noir. That's a new one.
Getting wild, yeah. And Jim says he loved our trip to Mexico.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
We loved Mexico. Mexico was awesome.
We have family that live on Amelia Island, heading down in July, going to hit St. Pete
Yay.
Beach. Thanks to you. Oh, awesome. We had such a great time down in St. Pete. St. Pete, Clearwater. I think a lot of people know it for the beaches, but we really wanted to show off what else you could do. Don't get me wrong, the beaches were beautiful and absolutely amazing, but there is so much more to explore down there. We had so much fun. One episode became 2, and sneak peek, there's a third one coming.
Yes. I mean, we've spent a lot of time in that area because we have friends and family, but we did not know that there was all of those different activities to do. And like, I mean, the boating was so much fun. Like, there's just a lot to do there. The museum, the art scene is absolutely incredible. Did you guys see the glass blowing? Like, oh my gosh, those guys are so talented.
Yeah, and let's not start on the food because you guys know how much we like to eat. But there's a lot of really amazing food down there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so F&A Van Life is going to be helping us out tonight, and they're going to be helping to like post links and things like that, so that would make it a little bit easier for you guys, because obviously we're terrible at the chat window, as in like.
Well, like trying to talk and type, it's like
impossible.
Trying to pat your head and rub your stomach. Can you do that? I was doing it until I stopped to think about it.
Yeah, I sure can. Hey, how fast? You want me to go the other way?
Oh, did you switch?
I did. Oh, and now I'm going that. Oh, look at that.
I can't do it that way. I can only do it this way. Oh, man.
This is literally what we do on a Sunday night. We drink tea, we tap each other on the head, pat each other on the head, rub each other's bellies. That's what we do. It's a crazy life.
Oh, some in the comments. Oh, look, Ellen and Andy are here.
Oh,
hi,
hey.
guys.
Yay.
We miss you guys. So our friends, Soul of a Seeker, they are building out an epic, I forget the year, but it's one of those classic Cortez, like, buses.
It's a Clark Cortez.
Clark
right?
Cortez, yeah.
Yeah, Clark Cortez. Soul of a Seeker, can you guys just like post a quick link or description in the comments about what you guys are building out, because we don't want to butcher it. But it is super sweet.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing what they're doing, and you'll definitely want to check out their videos. And they're really great friends of ours too. So
yes, I used to work with Elle in news. We were both reporters, and we left the world of news, and she's now going to live on the road one day and hopefully come meet us.
Yep.
So
one of us is building an RV, and the other one is living in an RV. It's amazing.
So we have a doggy question. Do we board the dogs? Looking at doggy daycare options in the area, Orlando and Jacksonville, and they're doing a 2-week trek around Florida. Awesome. So yes, we have boarded them in all different types of situations. Mm-hmm. So I've had Piper and Ella since they were teeny tiny puppies. I got them when they were 6 weeks old, before Howard was even in the picture. And I had started taking them to like a doggy daycare to get them kind of acclimated. And so they would go, and if I had to take trips, they would be boarded there. So I've done like a traditional boarding, and then sometimes we've used Rover all over the country. It's
been great. Rover's been really, really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, because of the fact that we travel so much, it's difficult for us to say, oh, no problem. Like, we'll just drop them at such and such place, where they have always gone before. Rover is nice because you can look at the reviews. In fact, we were just talking about that today. Mm-hmm. You're able to kind of vet people. I don't want to call it like Uber for dog sitting, but I don't know what else to call it. Like,
it's kind of like Airbnb. Like
Airbnb.
You would go onto Airbnb and you would look at pictures and you would look at what other people have said, and that's just like what Rover is. So yeah, I feel comfortable with it, and I am number one crazy dog mom right here. Like, I have separation anxiety right now from my dogs, but I always just try to find somebody who I feel like is good. And a lot of times they'll do meet and greets too. Even if you're boarding them, they'll have you come in and they'll kind of see like what the dog's disposition is. So if you're nervous about it, I totally understand, but we've had nothing but great experiences. We left them for 2 weeks when we eloped in Hawaii. That was very hard, but they were with an awesome guy in San Francisco. He was a professional dog walker, and he fell in love with Piper and Ella, and also said,
that's what I was going to say. He was one of the first people to ever tell us that Piper and Ella are the strongest dogs. Like, he had a hard time walking them, and he's a professional dog walker. So this is a guy who like has the carabiner, and he's walking like 7 or 8 dogs at a time. Not Piper and Ella. No. They are strong.
Very strong.
Strong little dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Rochelle's here.
Hi, guys. Okay. Oh, that's a great question. So Rochelle asked, she says, you've highlighted some amazing people in your videos. How do you find them in a community that you have never been in? That's a really good question. It's kind of twofold, actually.
I was going to say, like, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Part of it is we do research. So remember, I'm a former reporter. So it's kind of like in my blood to investigate things and people and places. So it's part of that. And the other part of it is like we've been really fortunate lately. Oh, F&A Van Life, thank you.
Oh,
we've been really
I'm in Jersey too.
Hey, guys.
Oh.
We've been really fortunate lately to partner with tourism bureaus, and that really gives us like more access to people, places, behind the scenes, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really like, on the one hand, we're doing the research and kind of seeking out those people and those stories. By the way, if anybody has any cool story or knows of any person like that, please send them our way.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to connect and like help tell people stories. And the other part of it is the partnerships.
Yeah, the partnerships really give us access, and it's a very important. Honestly, we have really accelerated what we've been able to do recently, particularly because of the partnerships that we're doing. Because a lot of times, for us to get these like interviews, behind the scenes tours, when we were in Clearwater, getting to go out where the dolphins, like at the pools, that would not be possible without having that access from those partnerships. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the stories go, honestly, it's a lot of research. It's the partnerships, and in that research comes blogs, local newspaper articles. We just try and like stay on top of what's happening in various areas as we're like planning out where we're going to go next. Yeah. I just want to really quickly thank you so much to F&A Van Life and Ivan and Josie for the super chats.
Yay!
In case you don't know what a super chat is, it's just a way of like kind of tipping your hat to us and saying thanks. And it posts your question right up at the top, so that way we can see it, because as we've already explained, we are terrible at trying to like sort through all of the chat comments. So thank you very much for that. Oh, we just got another one.
Yay. Okay, so Ivan and Josie want to know if there is a full hookup RV park we recommend in Moab for someone who does not tow a car, and should we rent a car? Oh, we love Moab.
Ooh.
Love.
There are full hookup RV sites. Actually, there are several, kind of all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So that is definitely not a problem as far as finding them.
And when we were there, we stayed like south of Moab proper, like Moab itself. And there was a lot of road construction going on,
Yes.
like north of the city, like closer to Arches National Park entrance. So we opted to stay south of the city, and there are a bunch of RV parks right there.
There's a KOA.
Mm-hmm.
There are several independents as well that are all along there, and I'm almost certain they're all full hookup.
Yeah.
Now, something to just be aware of is.
Remember the one with that really cool pool?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like there are. What I was gonna say was there's a lot of different levels. Like,
yeah.
You can go as fancy as you want. Like there looked like there was one that was like super fancy with like a waterfall and all kinds of stuff with the pool. So you can go baller.
As far as like if you should rent a car, I mean, if you're planning to do some of the national parks.
Okay, here's what I will tell you. Arches, we saw RVs driving through there,
Mm-hmm.
no problem. So if you feel comfortable going through, and driving your RV, there's no tunnels at Arches, and there are no tunnels at Canyonlands. Mm-hmm. So no, I don't think there would really be any major issue.
Yeah, it's just more of like personal preference on if you want to unhook, like if you're looking for something with full hookups, like do you want to be unhooking your rig every day to go explore?
Right.
So my personal preference would be I would rent a car.
Yeah, I would say for sure, like as far as with Moab to the parks, Arches, okay, so the construction, that's no joke, by the way. So if you're actually thinking about going to Arches, just know that you could hit some serious traffic. I don't know what they're doing, bridge replacement or something.
Yes.
But traffic was stop dead every single day heading south.
Now, we were there in October, so I don't know.
Right. But anyway, I would just say that, like, just be aware of that you want to plan out when you're coming and going, particularly if you're going to go to Arches. Canyonlands is actually split into what? It's 3, right? There's like 3 separate.
There are 3 separate areas to Canyonlands. My favorite was the Needles section, which is like an hour and a half away from the Island in the Sky. And then the third area you cannot drive to.
Correct.
You have to I think you have to take a 4x4.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But as far as Needles, that is south of Moab. So you would leave and then head south.
Yeah.
So, Joshua. Oh, thanks for a super chat.
Aww.
Joshua, thanks so much. Thanks for the info and the tips. Well, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
And we're really happy to offer these kinds of tips and all that.
I gotta laugh at this one too.
What? Why does Howard look 10 years younger tonight? Well, let me tell you, it's moisturizing. I don't moisturize. I don't
No.
know.
You're just.
I look 10 years younger. You know why?
You trimmed your beard.
I trimmed my beard. Got a haircut. I'm like clean.
Yes.
I'm clean, so I look young, I guess. Wow, F&A van life are just hitting up. Wow, thank you, everybody. Frankie, thank you. You guys are so knowledgeable. Do you do tons of research before you go to new places? Okay, I will tell you this, that sometimes we don't even know where we're going that day. That has happened. In fact, when we were heading north, when we were going for my birthday, we decided to go up to Glacier National Park, but we didn't know that we were going to go to Glacier until the day that we were leaving from where we were heading from. So it's not always like super advanced planning, but I will say that yes, we do try and dig in and do research and watch other YouTube videos, read blogs, read those kind of travel magazines and things like that. Just anything to give us some ideas as far as what could be in those areas. I also, Atlas Obscura. If you're not familiar with this website, Atlas Obscura is obscure stuff. So it could be, one of those weird museums or whatever. We're kind of into dark tourism anyway, and so we kind of like that angle. And there's a lot of really interesting things on Atlas Obscura, so be sure to check out that website if you haven't.
And you are a researcher. Like Howard,
I am a researcher.
Howard reads a lot, and we both kind of, like once we do figure out where we are going, whether it's that day or like next week, we do dig in and try to figure out the off the beaten path places.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. When boondocking with the pups, how do you get out and explore while keeping the dogs safe? From Bill and Lori. Oh, happy ever after.
Hi guys.
Safety. I think there's like two parts to that. One is how do you keep the climate controlled? And the answer to that is we have a Max Air fan. And the Max Air fan is really awesome. If you're not familiar with it, it has a remote control and a thermostat. And you can set the temperature, and when the temperature gets too hot, it will automatically open up the hatch. The hatch is rainproof, so water can't get in, and it will start venting out. So that's one part of it. So even if we're dry camping and we don't have air conditioning hookups, we are regulating temperature using the Max Air fan. And the other half of it is how do we monitor the situation? And with that, we've tried a couple of different alternatives. We're actually about to try another one, and we'll let you know how that goes. But in general, we're using something like a webcam, a baby monitor, in order to try and monitor the situation. We want push notifications. We want to know what's going on as far as if the baby dogs are safe.
Yes, safety is my number one priority when it comes to those little rascals.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just, if you can find those tools, that will help with your peace of mind. And bottom line, like if it's an unsafe situation, meaning like it's way too cold out or it's way too hot, we're not going to leave them. We're just not.
That's true.
And there have been situations where it's just not, it's not a good enough temperature to leave them. We in general, if you haven't seen already from our travels in the past, we try and go with the seasons. We're trying not to go to places when it's summertime and it's like peak heat. Yeah. We try and go to milder climates, higher altitudes in the summertime. And then the wintertime, obviously we head south and hopefully in more moderate climates as well. Gerald, thank you so much. Gerald, thanks for the super chat. Sending best wishes to all of you and to help with Scouts recovery. Thank you, Gerald. That really appreciate that. That means a lot to us. Yes, and we thank everyone as far as it is not cheap to deal with heartworm. No. So we are very appreciative of that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gerald. Yeah, Scout is doing okay. She's kind of like I would call it like pre-op, I guess. It's like she is on a round of antibiotics right now. So if you saw Scout's heartworm story video, she's on that period right now where it's the 30 days of antibiotics to prep her immune system and everything for her first injection, which will be in mid-April. Mm-hmm. So we're not yet in that like key time frame where she has to be super calm and still, but we have been practicing that. And it's going okay. Well, she's such an active dog, right? She loves to run. She's so energetic. And I will say in the last 30 days or so, her energy level is starting to finally respond to this. Like, we've taught her like what quiet time. She knows, we'll say quiet time and she'll go crawl into the crate and curl up. She's literally the best dog. Like she's so smart. Sometimes for her, it's too smart for her own good.
Mm-hmm. I did see a question, somebody asking us about our summer plans.
Oh yeah, I think Desiree and Jonathan asked that.
Yes, and I will tell you that yes, we do have plans.
You're such a tease. No, we've talked about it.
Well, okay, we are very close to saying that it will definitely be Alaska, but there's a couple of things that there's a couple of hurdles we have to figure out first. But we would love to go back to Alaska. A lot of you said Alaska when we asked people. I mean, there were literally hundreds of comments where there were people who were like, Alaska, please. So we hear you. We do understand, and I think it's going to be Alaska, but we need to cross a couple of things. Just to give you an update as far as why we're definitely not going to Europe anymore. One thing after another. The biggest thing was very recently, the only cruise line that allows dogs that goes from the United States to Europe has canceled all remaining cruise. What do you call them? Sailings. They've canceled all remaining sailings through the end of the year.
And I think that we got that notification either the night of our last live or like the next day. And it was like, okay, well, there's the nail in that coffin. Like that's definitely not happening this year. Yeah. Because there's no way we're going to Europe without the pups.
No. I mean, we travel as a unit. We travel together. So
except in this exact moment.
Well, yeah. You just had to say it.
I miss them. Can you guys tell I'm having a little bit of separation anxiety?
Let's see. We got another. My husband Chuck is asking me to ask you how many solar panels do you have? How does that help with your technology and boondocking? We have one panel and want to know if we should get another. That's Yvette. So Yvette, do you know how many watts the panel is that you have? So I will tell you on our Navion, we have a 2019 Winnebago Navion 24D, and it comes standard with 200 watts on the roof. We have also added a portable panel that unfolds, so kind of like a book, and that is another 200 watts. So that's a total of 400 watts, and it gives us a lot of flexibility now that we didn't have before. For instance, if we're okay with only 200-ish watts of solar, we can park in the shade now and then put that in the sun. Or, if we're really trying to get maximum power to recharge our batteries without running like a generator, for example, then we'll actually have both of them plugged in and running. So in my opinion, you can never go wrong with more solar. Yeah. But solar is just production. You also need to be able to store that energy in order to really use it. And so that means you also need to think about your battery capacity. So they're kind of a balancing act between production and then storage.
And your travel style, really, too.
Oh, well, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah. But yeah, for boondocking, it is really, it's a wonderful thing to have. Yes. Good solar.
Definitely up to
Wow. Oh my gosh, so many super chats.
Dean, thank you so much.
Dean Johnson. Here's $20 to grease the wheels to make sure the Alaska trip happens in 2021.
We're going to start that. We'll put that in the jar. What is it, like a dream jar for Alaska? Right. It's going in there right now.
Right.
We're going to make it happen.
Have any of you guys ever looked at the price of a ferry to Alaska? It will blow your mind.
Well, they keep changing it.
Oh, yeah, because it's like dynamic pricing now. You know how like airlines, the closer you get to the reservation or, a Saturday versus a Wednesday, it's no longer like a flat price with the ferries. It is expensive. So, I mean,
we're working on it. That helps.
We're working on it. Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you.
We should call it like the ferry fund or something like that, but it's gonna be something. Because right now we cannot drive through Canada. Sorry, It's just to explain why we're looking at the ferry. The U.S.-Canada border has been closed for over a year now, right? Mm-hmm. For over a year, we've not been able to really cross over, even if you're going to Alaska. Now,
well, they allowed it in the beginning.
Yeah, but then they said no, and now it's like you have to either be going for work or you have to live in Alaska in order for them to allow you to cross like in Washington State and then drive through Canada in order to get to Alaska. So pretty much the only option now is ferry or cargo. You can ship your RV there. So we're looking at all the options and considering what to do.
Yes.
Rochelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for producing such professional videos. I call your channel the Travel Channel. we don't have cable.
We
don't have cable either. So
thank you
very much. We really appreciate it. And it is a labor of love. We do love making these videos. It is a lot of fun.
And we work hard on them because we want them to be really good for you guys. And, you know, with our backgrounds and stuff, we're kind of perfectionists in it, and we want to make sure it gets, you know, just right. And we went back recently and watched some of our first couple of videos. And I'm sure nobody is critiquing them like we are, but man, I was like, why did I put so many cross dissolves and like all the fades, you know, from like one clip to another?
I just had to take a drink of like my stiff drink of tea.
Hot tea.
Because that was man.
But hey, everybody starts somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And we're constantly trying to improve and grow and like.
We've actually changed a lot. If you look back, you'll see we've changed our graphics, we've changed our style, we've changed our music.
Yeah, if you've been here from the beginning, oh man, thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm so proud of like, well, honestly, I'm proud of you. So Katelyn does like 90% of the editorial. I mostly shoot, and then Katelyn edits. Now I do components of the edit as well. I do the graphics and I do the sound, and I will help sometimes with the actual editorial itself to cut the clips. But Katelyn has really, really stepped up her game, particularly, gosh, in the last like couple months. It has taken a whole new level, and I'm so proud of her.
So thank you. That means a lot to hear that. We're glad you guys like it. We've gotten some more. Oh, I did see a question from F&A Van Life. And somebody wanted to know how we find awesome friends like them.
How we find, like Alex and Frankie?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Matt and Amber.
Well, the secret is the internet. Wow, jinx. Instagram. Honestly, we make more contacts and friends through Instagram. It's such an interesting thing. Like I would have never thought of Instagram as being so community oriented.
I saw something, or it was like a meme recently that was I'm not gonna like get it right, but it was the gist of it was basically like, remember when your mom used to tell you like, don't talk to strangers on the internet and like don't get in a stranger's car. And it's like now we use like our internet to call a stranger's car to get into, and like all we do is communicate on the internet with friends.
That's profound. It's true though.
Times have changed. But yeah, the internet really brings us together. Like there's an entire community of nomads, RVers, van lifers, like all of these people who are out there. And because we're also so nomadic, it's like only a matter of time before you cross paths with each other. And it's really cool. So
yeah, and we have the internet to thank. Adaptive Humanity. Oh, gosh, Adaptive Humanity, I think they found us. It wasn't too long ago even, and we connected, and then we were doing a fundraiser for our friends in Portugal who unfortunately had their Class A completely burned to the ground. It was very tragic and sad, and Adaptive Humanity like totally pitched in and made an awesome donation to them. Thank you very much, by the way, for that, from Matt and Amber. And we were like, hey, hopefully maybe someday we'll be in the area, and guess what, it turned out we were literally in the area, and now we're all hanging out together. Obviously, we're not hanging out with them together. Still no guesses, by the way. Very surprising. I would have expected some of you to be like, oh, based upon that, you are definitely in Nebraska or something like that. I'm so surprised.
Nebraska.
I don't know. I just feel like we're not in Nebraska, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Oh, got somebody who's sealed the deal on their Echo.
Really?
Congratulations. Yay.
Michael, thanks for your awesome videos. It sealed the deal on the deposit on our first RV, an Echo, with the goal of traveling more like you in a few years, maybe with a Navion view. Wait a minute. So you're going to have a fleet? You're going to get an Echo, and then you're going to get a Navion review?
I have so many questions.
Wow.
So many questions.
Good on you if you can do that. That sounds like the dream, because like they are very different. And actually, we had somebody else ask us about that before, about like, well, would you keep the Navion and would you keep an Echo, or which one would you rather have? And honestly, they're different. They're calling them a tool is a wrong way of putting it, but like they have different strengths. The Navion is honestly a home on wheels. It's very luxurious, and we have practically every amenity you can imagine. The Echo is about getting out there and really extending what is possible in an RV. It's an all season. It's got great insulation, huge freshwater tanks. It's all-wheel drive. It's designed to really go out there and explore. But it's bigger than like a standard like a B van or something like that. So you are getting more space, more amenities. It has Truma instant hot water, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the hot water.
I think if we could have both and like pick like, okay, we're gonna go out in the Navion this time.
Oh, I would do
go
it.
out on the Echo this time, like depending on what our travels were.
Winnebago,
We would
if you're
definitely
listening, Winnebago, we would love to have our own little mini fleet. We would, we'll have our
Sign us
Navion,
up.
we'll have the Echo, we'll take them out. Heck, even maybe something like a Class A or something. I don't know. Like,
You just one of each.
yeah,
Garage.
yeah. I want like a A, a B plus, and a C.
Somebody wants to know if we ever get sick of each other just being us two. No.
No.
It was hard in quarantine.
Quarantine was a little tough. But
Yeah.
it was also, well, look, I'm guessing it was probably very stressful for you guys too. When the world changed, in February and March of last year, yeah, things were really stressful.
Mhm.
But I do feel like we persevered and we came out better because of the fact that we did it together.
Yes.
Wow, we should TM that.
Slogan.
That's a shirt. I remember last time we did the live, like people were like, "Oh, you should do shirts. You should do this and that." I'm thinking that.
Yes. Definitely van life. Ben's asking if we're going to caravan to Alaska. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Would you guys like to see us caravan with, I don't know, maybe Frankie and Alex and Matt and Amber?
Yeah, would that interest you guys to see different types of vehicles, van life and RV life together by their powers combined, like Captain Planet hitting Alaska? If you have not, by the way, been watching, so Adaptive Humanity, which is Matt and Amber's channel, they are building the most boss van I've ever heard or seen in my life.
It's going to be crazy.
Ridiculous.
If we do caravan, like I've joked and said that they're going to be the lead car because anything that comes across our path, like they'll just take care of.
4-wheel drive, giant tires. They've got the winch on the front. They've got the I don't know what you call the spotlights and all that stuff. Like, it feels like something like going through the bush. Like that's what it feels like. It's just
it's gonna
amazing.
be epic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a couple of food questions. Somebody said they really loved our foodie segments. Thank you. I love to eat, so that's never gonna stop. And then Ben said that they just had the best tacos of their life in Tucson. You got to tell us where, Ben. You can't tell us
Ben.
You can't just dangle that carrot and then not tell us where.
Yeah.
Is there some place that stands out to you that has amazing tacos? Well, all of Mexico, of course.
Absolutely.
The taco game in Mexico, no surprise, is like next level.
Well, and what if I told you you can get them for less than 50 cents? I mean, it's that kind of experience.
But here in the States, oh man, is there anything that comes to mind with best tacos? I have to rack my brain. It's so hard. Once you've had real authentic Mexican food, it's so hard.
I'm also
good.
thinking that, okay, so we crossed back over in the U.S. in July of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to you, for maybe 4 months, we didn't even have any Mexican food or Tex-Mex food.
Except for Chipotle, because I love Chipotle.
Katelyn is obsessed with Chipotle. Do you guys love Chipotle? Katelyn loves Chipotle.
Could somebody give me that deal? Because that would be great.
Yeah, if anybody knows anybody that works for Chipotle
or McDonald's, I mean, really, those are my guilty pleasures.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna apologize.
Yeah, you'll notice in several of our videos when Katelyn, I have a hair in my mouth. When Katelyn is feeling down or is feeling sick, well, I go and I get her a double cheeseburger and it makes everything all right from McDonald's. So yeah, Chipotle, McDonald's, absolutely. But any case, getting way back to as far as caravanning to Alaska and all that, we are absolutely down for that, and we're hoping that that's all going to work out.
Do you think that's too loud? Can you guys still hear us? The AC just kicked on in here, so
it's a hotel room, right?
I know.
So is that bothering you guys?
Yeah,
Can you guys still hear
just
it?
tell us.
Yeah. If you can't hear us, tell us, and we'll be sure to turn it off real fast. Gosh, so many other questions. We have a 2020 view, and our son is picking up his new Echo next month.
Oh,
we hope to caravan together a bit. Love your videos and your dogs. Well, thank you very much. Thanks so much.
And View and Echo, that's a party right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're down for that. Oh, Cash STT, hi.
Hey.
We're not in the RV. You were right. So we're in a hotel room right now. Still nobody, I don't think, has guessed where, but
yeah.
Michael says you can't hear the AC at all. That didn't change. Good.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
Loud.
Wow, that's kind of amazing.
Yeah,
I'm really glad that you can't hear it.
We're not in the RV.
But no, we are not in the RV.
But the RV is safe and sound, and the dogs are all safe and sound.
Correct. And
it's a secret where we are, why we're doing what we're doing.
Well, yeah.
Somebody asked what we're drinking. It's just hot tea.
Yeah.
Well, it was hot tea, and now it's cold.
It's cold tea now.
They think we're in Destin, Florida.
Destin.
Somebody said Pensacola.
Oh, Pensacola. So far incorrect. So
what do
Keep
we
guessing. Virginia Beach. Oh wow. Let's see. Tacos.
Boga tacos and tequila. So that's the place in Tucson.
Oh, that's the Tucson place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that where we went?
I don't think so.
Didn't we go to a taco place? Remember when we had that meetup? Yeah, in Tucson. Remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Moving on.
I think we might have been.
I'll have to look. We're gonna look that up though.
I think we might have been. We will definitely save that one.
Yes.
Remember that. What do you find so enjoyable about driving? Okay, I have to. I'm just randomly looking at questions right now. Okay, what do we find so enjoyable about driving? I like getting off the beaten path, and I will say, if you just keep flying between places, you're going to miss a lot, in my opinion. And so, driving allows us to kind of go slow and see the world and be like, wow, that's really interesting. Or like, I'll give you a perfect example of that. We were driving up to Glacier, and on our way up, I saw a sign for a missile silo that was open for tours. And I was like, what? Katelyn, stop. Because Katelyn was driving at that point. By the way, in case anybody ever is asking, yes, we both drive. We take turns driving. So.
I like driving it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I was not excited to exit the road and go to this missile silo. But then I was like, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like if you just flew everywhere, you would miss those kinds of opportunities. And we've had so many amazing, completely random experiences because of the fact that we're driving everywhere. Now, that's not to say that we don't fly, and we do fly. I mean, when we go to Europe, for example, obviously we have to fly. So, we fly.
Oh, happy anywhere. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, thank you so much. Love your channel. You have inspired us to start our own. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for all the great content. Well, happy anywhere. We can't wait to tell us what your channel is about. I mean, obviously, like people start channels for all kinds of reasons. So tell everybody why you started your channel.
I'm guessing it's probably travel related because you're happy anywhere. That's awesome.
That's a good guess, isn't it?
We love hearing that.
Let's see. Will you ever travel with your friends at Ecrv again? Okay, this is a great question. Sure. Yeah. So Ecrv, they've been in Mexico now.
Back up.
Let's back up. As many of you know, we got our temporary residency approved. We had every intention of going back to Mexico. Unfortunately, and fortunately, we had some positive, we had some negative things happen where we kept having to delay our reentry. And so Dennis and Liz of Ecrv went back into Mexico on their own, and they've been exploring now 4 months?
I think
5 months?
Yeah.
Having a great time. And we did hope, that we would cross paths again in Mexico.
We just have very different travel schedules right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow.
I've got so many questions.
Oh, are you in Forest City, Iowa, picking up a loaner Echo for your summer trip to Alaska? That is highly specific. That is not just where you are, but now you're like, that's borderline conspiratorial. Like, let me tell you everything that's happening right now. That is not correct right now.
Hey, but that sounds good. I mean,
sounds great.
Again, we'd be down for that.
We would be down.
Do you hear something we don't know?
Winnebago, if you're listening, we would love for that to happen.
Here's another good one. So do we have a time frame for when our nomadic lifestyle will end? Or are we just winging it? We're just winging it.
We are. We gave ourselves an out. And I think Katelyn will acknowledge that, we didn't know for sure if we were going to love this. And so when we left Miami, we said, okay, we'll give ourselves a year. And then we'll reevaluate after a year. And the truth is, at the end of the year, we were like, wow. Because at the end of a year, we were in Alaska. That was the end of 1 year. We celebrated 1 year with Alaska. And we were like, wow, we've done so much in just 12 months. We got to keep going. And then 2 years goes by, and now we're at almost, 2.5?
Yeah, August will be 3 years.
Yeah, August will be 3 years. So, wow. No.
Yeah, we don't really have any intention of stopping.
No, I think the main thing, in my opinion, of what helped us see that we could do this long term is slowing down. Mm-hmm. We were traveling way too fast, particularly initially, and I think it was just stressing us out because the expectation of making the reservations and all of that. But now we just slow down. We try and take our time, and we try and stay in places for a longer period of time. So that's really helped a lot.
It has, yes.
Let's see. You currently look a bit corporate, and the hotel looked better than Florida.
I do have jean shorts on. I mean, I'm not...
So my guess is a Winnebago headquarter gig. We are not in Iowa. We are not on a Winnebago assignment.
Yes, we will say that. We're not yet.
That is not what's happening.
But I love that so many of you think that. Apparently, this is like corporate.
I'm wearing a button-down shirt.
He's not wearing his Hawaiian island shirt that he wore last time. Are you guys happy or sad about that?
Oh yeah.
Because we got a lot of questions about your shirt.
We're working on that merch. We're working on it. We're still looking for, if you all know anybody, or if you are an artist and are interested in helping us out with some.
Yeah. Okay. Seriously, if anybody knows any awesome graphic artists, designers, anybody that we could work with on merch, please send them our way.
Yeah.
Shoot us an email. We want to know, or if you yourself are an artist, let's work together, because we would love to start pushing out some of that merch. You guys had some really good ideas from our first live chat, which was awesome.
Bandanas for humans and dogs.
And dogs, I know. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Let's see, some more questions. We will be going through Colorado in a little over a month. And remember, your 1 month of free camping. Do you have a favorite boondocking spot in Colorado? Yeah, actually we do. Ben Riggs asked a question. F&A Van Life, if you guys are listening, be sure to maybe drop the link for the Colorado
free camping. I know. I think they dropped it up.
They might have dropped it already.
But, man, that's a tough one, because there's so much epic boondocking there. And I will say that was one state that we really pushed the rig and ourselves to get to some of those epic spots.
Yeah.
The one that we ended up staying in for 2 weeks when I got my dog bite.
Oh, the one above. So there was one that was halfway between Vail and Frisco, and Vail Pass. It was Vail Pass. That's what it was.
Vail Pass was probably one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. There's a pretty steep dirt road to get up into it, but
I think almost anybody could.
There are big rigs up there that could make it, and the views just all around are so epic. It's beautiful. Oh,
also insanely fast internet.
Yeah,
insanely fast. There are towers up there, and for Verizon, AT&T, and I think even T-Mobile. So you pretty much got your choice of carriers up there. So if you want to work in a very beautiful spot that is actually quite close to Vail as well, that would be the place I would recommend.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do people recognize you as famous nomads? Yes, they do. And this has actually been kind of an adjustment for us. We still don't think we're anybody. But
we're just two people.
We're just two people. We were in the campground in Tampa.
For the RV show.
For the RV show.
Fun,
so we were staying at the Lazy Days, which is not even the official campground or anything like that for the RV show. But we were staying there. And I swear to you, almost every single time we got out and we were walking the dogs or whatever, somebody'd be like, "Oh, hey, Howard, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, person, hey."
We love it.
Yeah,
if you guys ever see us out and about, please come talk to us.
Yeah, we love meeting people.
Love that.
Yeah, but it has been definitely an adjustment.
Well, I think too, when we were walking around the campground, I'm convinced people recognize the dogs before they recognize us, because we would have masks on and stuff, and so it's just our eyes, but Scout especially is so recognizable. So.
Scout is the world's most famous Mexican beach dog. Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest. She's more famous than we are. That's the truth. She's more famous than we are. Okay, let's see. How did Winnebago contact you? Oh.
I just popped it up.
Happy anywhere. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for another super chat. We started a channel to capture our memories, inspire others to live outside their comfort zone, and to show with the right attitude, you can truly be happy anywhere. That is awesome. That is a great mission.
It is.
I really look forward to please tell us or send us some info. We'll be sure to check it out. I guess we can just click through, right? Yeah. Me no all the YouTube.
We can click on it.
Send us a link. Oh, that's literally a link.
It has been a long day. You will see in a couple of weeks what we went through today. Some stuff happened, but
today was
forgive
a long
us. Day. Yeah. So if our brains aren't working 100%, no, that's awesome. And I love that too. I think that with this lifestyle, it's something that we want to help inspire others to do too. And it sounds like that's your goal with your channel, and I'm fully behind that. I don't know if we've ever talked about really why we started RVing on this channel. like why we,
We
did
should
that.
do that.
But we
That's a good one.
absolutely, like, if you are in a situation where you're not like happy with your life, or you can make a change, I will always encourage that person to like take, that leap of faith, and it could end up being the greatest thing ever. So I think that's great that is the premise of your channel. So I'm excited to see you grow it.
I'm looking forward to
I
it.
know. We love that.
Can't wait. Cash STT is asking, will Howard shave his beard if we raise $500 for charity? What charity?
Yeah.
That's a good
I
little,
like that,
that's a good little
yeah.
challenge. Katelyn, when she first met me, I didn't have a beard because we both hashtag corporate life, and so I couldn't have a beard. I will tell you, by the way, that I was a leading advocate and successfully got the company policy changed so that way I could have a beard. Well, so everybody else could have a beard too,
Right.
but I wanted my beard back because I really love. I've always had like facial hair, beard, things like that. So I'm interested. I'm interested in the.
I think that's a great
in the
idea.
charity element. I think
Yeah.
that's a really great idea, actually. How did Winnebago contact you initially? So Winnebago, actually, they reached out to us.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. They were
going
already
back to the Instagram
Yeah.
and the internet.
Yep. They were following us on Instagram. We had been on the road at that point.
A year and a half.
Was that what?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So a year and a half.
Yeah.
And this is before COVID. And so we actually had like our first call because they wanted to have a call and just kind of get to know us a little bit better and kind of what were our, goals and
Plans.
objectives and everything for the following, like, let's say 12 months. And so we told them about Mexico. And so one thing led to another. COVID happened. We weren't able to meet in person. We were trying to meet with them in person. And then finally, literally 12 months almost to the day
It was close, yeah.
is when we actually finally became ambassadors for Winnebago. So it wasn't their fault. It wasn't our fault. It was just
No, it's
it was just
COVID
stuff.
happened.
COVID
and
happened.
yeah,
Stuff just kept
yeah.
happening. And but we were finally able to get that launched in January of this year.
Yes.
And we are happy ambassadors.
We
We love Winnebago. We love the product. We love our Navion. So that's
that had been no secret from the beginning.
yeah, I mean, it's a partnership made in heaven when you literally love the product.
Mhm.
You love the company, you love the brand.
And the people, like, they're all great people.
Excellent people.
Do you ever disagree on where to go?
We will disagree on activities.
Yeah.
On activities, I don't know if we've ever actually had I want to go this way, and you're like, I want to go that way.
Yeah, I don't think we have. We're
Um,
generally pretty aligned on because I feel like when we start to route plan, we kind of have a bigger picture where it's like, okay, well, we might need to end up 4 states away. What do we think about like this route or something like that? So yeah, we haven't really run into any disagreements on that.
No, I don't think so. I was just trying to think. No, I think that's the answer is no. The answer is no, we have not, which is a good thing. Let's see. Oh, F&A Van Life. Okay, Frankie and Alex are leaving. Thanks, guys. Wait, they're at a
Donuts!
fair. What?
Donuts.
Guys.
Fair.
Guys, that's
Enjoy-
not fair.
Enjoy some for us.
That's not fair to be at the fair.
Somebody wants to know why we're in a hotel tonight.
Yeah, and you guys still, I mean,
Nobody's guessed it yet.
no, nobody's guessed it yet. Just
Somebody was close.
somebody was close.
Yeah.
Well, that's really helping, isn't it? Somebody was close. We won't tell you who was close or what was close, but somebody was close in guessing where we are.
I do want to answer this question. Is Guanajuato our favorite city in Mexico? Yes, I think so.
Well, see, I was going to say that it was until San Miguel de Allende, but I still really love Guanajuato.
Yeah.
Guanajuato to me is the most authentic big city
That we
visited while we were in Mexico.
Yeah. And it's only about an hour and a half away from San Miguel de Allende, which is a major expat area. It is beautiful. It's a gorgeous city.
They're both in Guanajuato State.
Yeah,
Actually, I think they are.
So if you ever have the chance to visit San Miguel de Allende and you can do like a day trip or even go stay in Guanajuato, I highly recommend that. I saw somebody too mention about like the dark tourism thing, and yeah, the Mummy Museum there was so cool. We're just laughing.
Somebody nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody nailed it. We're not gonna say who, but somebody actually nailed our location.
Yes.
But yeah, Guanajuato was absolutely amazing, and I highly would recommend. I honestly would recommend checking out both. They really are. They're so close to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just giving from a time check standpoint. We do actually have to wrap this one up pretty much on time. And we were saying we were going to do it for about an hour. So this is your 10-minute warning. So if you have any questions, this is your super chat time. If you want to make sure that we answer the question. But okay, let's see.
When will we officially announce we're going to Alaska? If we're going, I think as soon as the last couple of pieces fall into place and we feel confident that okay, this is definitely happening, then I think we would go ahead and.
Yeah, I think it's going to be within the next couple of weeks.
Because let's be real too, the time, there's only a short amount. We don't want to be up there when it's cold, and we have a long way to go to get there. Mm-hmm. So that window of time is closing for when we're okay, this is decision-making time. We need to do it. So it'll be relatively soon. Yeah,
I would say, I know it sounds cliche. It's stay tuned, but I want to say that certainly within April, probably within the next couple of weeks, we will be definitive and we will announce, yep, we're going, and here's where we're going, and here's when we're going, and who we're going with. So stay tuned. Cliche.
I know. Do the dogs prefer being outside or in the RV? Scout would be outside the RV all the time if she could.
Oh, absolutely.
Piper and Ella, they just want to be where we are and they want to sleep. Those dogs literally sleep probably 20 hours a day.
Yeah, they're half pug, so it's pug and beagle, right? And the pug side is just so lazy. And the beagle side.
Sometimes we have to physically roll Piper because she won't get up. She's just a log. We're move. So
they're just so cute, though.
They are. They're perfect. You miss them. They're perfectly content being in the RV, but Scout would love to be outside and run and play. And that's why I call her a flight risk, because she thinks she can just bolt out the door and go. She has gotten much better, but yeah.
She has indeed.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call out, let's see. We're getting a lot of questions about how many miles does the Navion have on it. And I think we answered that earlier, but it's about 45,000, give or take, I think is where we're at now. The really nice thing, by the way, with the View Navion, actually, I mean, it's a Mercedes Sprinter chassis. The maintenance is only every 20,000 miles. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're not changing the oil all the time, and you're not having these, 5,000, 10,000 mile intervals. So
the first time we changed the oil was
in Alaska.
The first time we were in Alaska.
Yeah, we had hit 20,000 miles when we got to Alaska, and I was like, oh no, because I wanted to do it myself, but then we're up there, and I'm like, I can't get the tools and all that, so we ended up paying somebody to do it up there.
Yeah.
But it's actually a very easy process, to be honest with you.
Bob wants to know, hi Bob, is the tote a necessity or is it a nice to have? I think it
depends on your style.
It really does. For us, it's a necessity because of the dogs and because of our work situation. So, we have jobs that we have to have an office set up every day. And so when we are going out to explore, we don't want to break down our office. And then we also want the dogs to have a nice, comfortable place to stay and not have to pack them up if we need to run out. So it really does depend on your style of travel and what your rig is. Our rig is small enough that we don't need to have it, but
a lot of people, by the way, who have View Navions don't.
Yeah.
They don't tow and have a great time. Now, some people, by the way, who have View Navions will tow sometimes and not others, depending on where they're going. So it also depends on where you're going, how long you're intending to stay somewhere. I know that's a really loosey-goosey kind of answer, but it just depends. It depends on you, honestly, and your style of travel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to what happened with your temporary Mexican residency? We did cover that earlier, but we were approved for it. The window is 6 months from the time that you are approved until you have to enter Mexico in order to complete the process. I think we've now passed that.
Yeah, it ended in March. Beginning of March.
Okay. So we would need to reapply again, which is not honestly a big deal. And if you haven't already watched that video, do watch the one specifically. It has a picture of the visa on the thumbnail of it, about temporary residency in Mexico. The process is actually quite straightforward.
Yeah.
And so we'll just apply again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have intentions of going back. But yeah, it was just a culmination of like many things. Like we had some family issues going on where we needed to stay here. Some work things popped up and it just wasn't like the timing just didn't align. So we still love Mexico. We intend to travel there again one day, just not yet. So
I'm seeing, by the way, there is a brake pedal light recall on the Sprinter. Check with Winnebago. That is true. There's actually, I think there's like 3 recalls, 2 or 3 recalls right now on the Sprinter. One is on the power steering. I think there's a hose issue with the power steering. Although we haven't had any problems with that. The other one is the wheel speed sensors. I know that one. So if this is another one, we'll certainly get it checked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Loopy's asking if we ever got Scout microchipped. I also have to say, she sent Scout her banana toy. If you guys have seen that in some of our videos.
She goes by, so that's Blessed to RV. If you're
we love them. We got to meet them in Utah, and they're just some of our favorite people. And they love our dogs like they're their own, which is awesome. And we did get Scout microchip. So when we took her in, when we found out that she had heartworm, when we got like all of her blood work and everything done, we went ahead and got her microchipped then. So she is good. I still would like to get one of those GPS tracker collars, but I haven't chosen which one yet and done
There's
enough
a bunch
research.
of them.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different
Some people
platforms.
sent me like a lot of good recommendations, but I need to go back to the drawing board and figure that out. But she is microchipped, so that is a little bit of peace of mind at least. So she has that on her collar now too. But hopefully we don't ever have to deal with that. That dog, I swear. I love her so much. She's gonna give me gray hair.
Okay, guys, it's like your 5-minute warning, by the way. 5 minutes. Approximately.
I know.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. No.
Thanks, Gary. So we know what we're doing and we have a lot of courage.
Oh.
We don't. We just wing it, really.
We have courage.
No, I know, but
You can't have
you really know what you're doing.
Oh. We're
figuring this out.
When we hit the road, this is true. Neither one of us had ever owned an RV before. Her family, they did like pop-ups and things like that, but never had no motorhomes, right?
No, we had a travel trailer. We had like a conversion van that had like this cool like fold-down bed, and then we had a pop-up camper.
Yeah,
but
and then my family didn't, but I did rent some RVs. Like I did some rental stuff, like, weekend kind of trips to like Utah and stuff when I lived in California. But we certainly didn't know what we were doing. Mm-hmm. And we have learned a lot.
And are still learning.
Yep.
I mean, it's
you learn something new every day.
I do like this question. So somebody asked if it would be hard to full-time RV if you don't have a partner. There are a lot of people who do it solo. A lot.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember the names of some of the groups, but there are Facebook groups that are dedicated to solo travelers, mm-hmm. And full-time travelers. There are a lot of them, and heck, there are even groups actually that are like women solo travelers.
Yeah,
as well.
Girl power.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, here's what I will say. Certain rigs make it a lot easier. I don't know. We have never owned a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. I don't know what that would really be like if you were trying to do that on your own. But I will tell you, with the Avion, it's very straightforward. Yeah. And it is certainly something that, like, if you need to travel on your own, heck, like if we were traveling separate for some reason, I would feel totally comfortable doing it on my own. Mm-hmm. I know that Katelyn would too. Like you can, one person can easily drive it, set it up, and be. And
we have each set it up by ourselves before.
We have. Oh yeah, and like, she's gone and like dumped the tanks sometimes and stuff like that. Like if we're in a campground where like the dump station is a drive away or whatever, she'll go and do it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but yeah, it's everybody's comfort level. Have we ever considered moving up to a bigger rig or down to a van?
Yeah,
Did I do that weird?
This. Nope. Still doing it wrong. There we go. Okay.
Up or down?
Up or down.
We've never, since we've been in our rig, I don't think either one of us have ever considered going bigger because it would not be conducive to our travel style.
Yeah, it is all about style. And
would the extra room be nice?
Yes.
Heck yeah. Like we walk into like at the RV show, gosh, Matt and Amber's RV that they just sold, the couple that we were staying with, Adaptive Humanity, like that thing. I mean, you walk in there and for a split second, you're like, maybe I need one of these because it's just so gorgeous.
Well, the Winnebago Journey, when we did the tour video with that, That was incredible.
That desk,
Absolutely.
the desk alone had me thinking.
It has an L-shaped desk. I mean, where like 2 people can work from it. And
Yeah.
all that. I mean, that's a game changer.
I mean, would we try it like temporarily?
Sure.
Yeah, but
yeah, I think it really depends on your style. I'll always fall back to it depends on you. And for us right now, I don't think a larger rig would necessarily make a lot of sense for us long term.
Mhm.
I mean, but
I think we could go a little bit smaller
Mhm.
depending on floor plan and where we were going.
Mhm.
Really, the floor plan that we have right now is perfect for us and the dogs. When we start talking about a little bit smaller, I just get worried with the floor space and the pups, but I think we could make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who's older? I bet it's Howard. It is. It is. Although somebody earlier said I look like I'm 30 or 10 years younger. They said 10 years
So
younger.
you just told him your age.
So I'm 40.
Howard's 40.
I'm 40.
I'm not. I'm how old am I? I will be 35 this year.
She's 34.
I'm 34.
She can't remember how old she is.
No.
Um,
Oh, where are we actually from?
oh, great question. I'm from Ohio, born and raised. But I lived in New York, I lived in Florida, I lived in California before hitting the road. And Katelyn is
I'm from a very small town in Virginia. It's called King George County. It's kind of like a mapped out town. And then I lived in Richmond, Virginia for 10 years after college.
Mhm.
And so I lived in Virginia my entire life until we did like a brief stint in Miami.
we both moved to Miami together.
Yeah. For
And
4 months.
4 months. Yeah. And that was where we were like, oh, we got to go. And then left.
Yeah.
We were only in Miami, literally, I think it was 4
4
months.
months.
Yeah.
It was 3 years ago we had moved there.
Exactly
3 years ago this month. Yeah.
Yeah. Because our Facebook, those
The
memories
memories.
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
Will you guys recreate your wedding picture in the water? Oh, I love that you love that. Like, know that. That's so cool. So yeah, if you guys don't know, for our wedding, we eloped in Hawaii, and then in our wedding gear, we drove 2 hours to a waterfall and got in the waterfall
Mhm.
in our wedding dress and in a suit.
And it wasn't like a trash the dress kind of thing. It was just, we wanted to do it. We are, if you have figured out this, I hope it is apparent. We love that kind of stuff. Like we like to go off the beaten path. And we like to do things a little bit different. And so, yeah, we wanted to do a waterfall, like our official wedding photos. We wanted them to be in a waterfall. And so they were literally in a waterfall.
They were really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have to post some of those.
Now, Katelyn, tell them though what happened, because wearing a wedding dress though in the water is a little problematic because it weighs you down.
Yeah, it gets really heavy. And so I had wanted to swim closer to the waterfall, but I also didn't want to get sucked under.
Yeah, it turns out like the waterfall and the weight, what do you want to
Which
call it,
I
fabric?
knew. I knew that would be a problem. My dress was also very lightweight, so I can't imagine doing it like a much more heavier fabric.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely, and the water was very cold. We were in Hawaii. The water was frigid, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was so fun though. Yeah, we would love to recreate that.
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Maybe for like an anniversary picture.
What's your favorite cocktail and time of day to drink it?
I love gin. If I were just like a straight up cocktail, I'd say a G&T.
Mhm.
I love a good gin and tonic, like a Hendrix or something like that with a nice tonic. That would be probably my name.
Your time of day?
My time of day is any time of day. No, I don't know.
What day of the week is it? What?
Yeah, I mean that's just. I mean, yeah, but I would say no time restriction really for mine. I'm not a huge day drinker. I mean, I don't tend to I'm not a really heavy drinker
In general, yeah.
But I do enjoy gin and tonics. Yeah.
I like gin. I like gin cocktails. I am more of a wine girl though.
Oh, I mean, if we're talking I like beer. I mean, I definitely enjoy
Yeah.
beer and different kinds of beer. Hopefully we're going to go back to Munich Oktoberfest and have our fill of beer again.
Yes. Oh, that was so much fun.
In the future.
Our favorite winery or brewery in all of our travels. Oh, that's so hard.
Wow.
I will say our favorite wine region that we have been to would be Temecula in California.
Yes, I was going to say, yeah.
It is a lesser known.
Yeah, it's not the
and-
Napa. It's not, everybody thinks of Napa when they think of California wine.
Yeah.
There are some really amazing, and Temecula in particular.
Yeah, we didn't have our vlog then.
Yeah.
because we obviously just started it a year ago. But we spent 5 months in California, and Temecula is just beautiful, and the wineries there are absolutely incredible.
And Paso Robles.
Yeah.
I that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Paso Robles has some really great wine, and particularly like if you're into reds, they have a lot of red in Paso Robles.
Yeah, we like dry, full-bodied reds. Although the older I get, like my body just doesn't like it. Like if I have one glass of wine, I'm like hurting the next day. So it doesn't happen often.
Some people are like, please do more live chats. Yes, more live chats. We love this. This is actually a lot of fun, and I really hope that we do make this a consistent thing. And thank you guys so much for that. Okay, we're probably almost out of time.
Yeah,
I
think.
But
you want to do 5 more minutes, and then we'll call it. We'll say 5 more minutes, guys.
Okay,
you guys are having some fun. I know.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then we got to wrap it up because we got to get ready for whatever we're doing. Okay, so any great question? Oh, somebody says Temecula is amazing.
Yes.
Jennifer Heath.
Yeah, glad you've been there.
Yes.
Favorite hike? That's also, gosh, that's tough. Favorite hike for me.
David says, say goodnight, guys.
I feel like when I was little, I'd always be like, can you just stay up for 5 more minutes?
5 more minutes.
And like as a kid, you don't know what 5 minutes is, right? And so my mom would be like, yeah.
Second fiber. Exactly. Because I know what we have to do, and I'm like, come on now.
I just like hanging with you guys.
I know. It's
okay,
fun.
Favorite hike. The Grand Canyon. That was my favorite from a challenging standpoint. That was, I think, the most pain I had ever been in. That one and the one that we did.
I like the
Grand
Whittier.
Tetons.
Oh, I like the Whittier. I was going to say when we were in Whittier, Alaska, which is the most remote city in America or town in America. It's at the end of this really long tunnel that goes through a mountain, and it's a 1-lane tunnel. It's like really, really remote. But anyway, that was our first time seeing a glacier like up close. It was beautiful. It was really, really a lot of fun. So
that was a good one. There's so many, and they're all so different. I also really like the one we did in Saguaro National Park. I love Saguaro cacti. They're amazing. I'm from the East Coast, right? Like we didn't have terrain like that. So
we didn't. Okay, we're gonna answer one more question, and I'm just gonna buzz way back here. Let's see.
This is Howard's favorite game to play. Go back to the beginning.
All right, maybe 2 more questions.
I think you went way too far back.
Yeah, I did. Okay, hold on. Well, this is a nice comment. From Tim. You inspire us. We are getting ready to head out for 5 months on a nationwide wine and beer tour. Have the first 2.5 months mapped out. Thank you. Thanks for all the tips you have put out.
That sounds epic.
Tim, that sounds amazing, and I'm really sorry that we missed that. See, this is why you gotta do super chats because
gotta go back.
No, I mean I'm not saying like you have to do a super chat, but like we missed so many things. So sorry about that. If we didn't get to your questions, there's just a lot of it moves my way.
Cash.
Can we raise money for Howard to take fishing lessons? Listen, man.
I think going back to the charity element, we could do like a charity combination of like Howard shaves his beer and does fishing lessons, and then we'll like donate to charity. I think that's a great idea. You gave it a B- try.
What?
Fishing?
Well, let me say this. With Alaska, I would love to try like fly fishing. Alaska is just such an epic place for fishing. I would try it. I want to do it, and I want to do it right. I do want to learn how to do it. I just, man, they swallowed the hooks, and it was like I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I know it is brutal when they swallow them, but
yeah. Where's your number 1 U.S. place you want to go?
Ooh.
That's really hard, Natalie. Maybe that'll be our last question.
Okay. That's so tough. We've been to a lot of amazing places.
So there are parts of the country we just haven't explored at all.
Yeah.
One of which is the Northeast. We have not gone to the Northeast really at all. Our very first trip from August of 2018 was we went from Miami, from Florida, all the way up to Nova Scotia. And so we went through the Northeast, but we didn't stop really. We stopped, as we pointed out earlier, we stopped in Rhode Island. We stopped in Newport, Rhode Island, and Maine. We did stop in Maine for a couple of days. But that's really it.
Yeah.
There's so much of the Northeast that we have not explored. Also, Youping. I mean, we haven't gone to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Like, where?
Youpers.
I didn't know what that was. See, I have to go so I can learn about it.
Yeah.
That's part of why I like making these videos, because like we get to learn so much and then share it with you guys. So like we're constantly learning. I didn't know that.
I'm going to throw out a word, Mackinac. I'm pretty sure it's Mackinac Island, I think is what it is. I think in the UP that I really want to check out. But that's an area I'd love to go to. Minnesota, Wisconsin, the upper Midwest.
Number one, you've named like 10.
I know. Okay. I'm naming some.
I want to go to Oregon. We briefly went through Oregon.
That's another good one.
But
Oregon and Washington.
Because we were going out to Alaska so quick, so.
Fear the known. Okay, so now they're grilled cheese. All right, well, actually, let's end it on grilled cheese. That's butter or mayo on the outside of your grilled cheese. Well.
You didn't think we were talking about this the other day.
That's right. See, they're bringing that up because I happen to share with them that a game changer is to do mayo on the outside of your grilled cheese. Now, this may completely alienate a bunch of people who are on this chat, and this may be the reason why suddenly we're going to have to end it. But
so controversial.
It is controversial, though, in my opinion, and in other people's opinion. A lot of people do butter on the outside of their grilled cheese in order to get the nice browning effect. But if you put mayo on it and you smear mayo on there and then you put it on the griddle or whatever you're cooking it on and you let it sit, it is a perfect brown and it is delicious. Yes. And it is something that you really should try.
But I will say, I grew up with just having the butter on the outsides, and now having had mayo, I don't think I could go back to just butter. It definitely ups the grilled cheese game. Mic drop, I said it. It's better. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was gonna say I'm with that. No, what?
Oh, I just wanted to say about our episodes this week.
Oh yeah.
So we will have an episode on Thursday. That's the last of our Twice Weekly episodes for now. Thank you to all of our patrons for the month of March.
Gosh, we didn't even talk about that at all. But yes, thank you guys so much for all the support. So we've been able to do Twice Weekly because of our Patreon community. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you guys. It really helps.
So if you are interested in getting Twice Weekly going into April, please go over to patreon.com/Newstate Nomads. Our membership starts as low as $8 a month. And if we hit 40, I believe, because that'll be our next 10 membership level. If we get to 40 total members, we will go to Twice Weekly again in April. But this will be the end of our Twice Weeklies
for March.
And
it's a good episode. I just finished. We put the finishing touches on it yesterday, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. But then next Sunday, we won't have an episode. What? No, it's the first time we haven't had a Sunday episode. Yeah. But we will be unavailable. We will be unavailable. And so we're just taking a little. But
we will be back with a bang. And guys, the month of April right now, I am so pumped because it is chock full of
Yes. Oh, don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
We're going to make up for not having a Sunday episode by all the epicness that is to come, because there's some really cool stories, really cool people, really cool, beautiful things. I'm really excited.
Yeah. And we can't tell you about it because that would spoil it.
I know, but it's coming.
Yes.
It's coming.
So be on the lookout for our Thursday episode. Probably, I would guess 6:00 on Thursday. And then don't look for an episode on Sunday because it won't be there.
Or just go back and watch some of your favorite episodes if you're really missing us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we'll do. We'll do a community post on that Sunday, and you can comment and tell other people what your favorite episode was. There you go.
Tell us what your
It'll be like a little recap. It's a community recap. Community recap. So that'll be this coming Sunday, and then we'll be back with a vengeance. And I hope that maybe some of the people who are on the fence about joining our Newstate Navigators, which is our Patreon community, go through with it.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, message us. We love chatting with you guys here on Instagram. We're very active on Instagram, so just follow us over there because, you guys are the reason that we do what we do. So
we can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, from the bottom of our heart, thank you. And this was so much fun. And we can't wait to do another live soon.
Yes.
And so maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll do this twice a month. I don't know. What do you think, Kayla?
It won't be from a hotel room, I don't think.
Nope. And once you find out why we're in the hotel room, you'll be like, okay.
and what we went through today to get here.
Then you'll be like, oh. Yeah, so it'll be all the emotions. Thank you guys, by the way, and so many of our patrons, by the way, are on here, like Rochelle and everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thanks.
I know. No Sunday episode. We'll be back.
Yeah.
And we'll message with you on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, we're never far away.
That's another thing too. The patrons, by the way, we do have a private group on Instagram.
And Facebook.
And on Facebook too. But like on Instagram though, if you want like real-time updates, that's actually where you get it.
We're probably gonna tell them why we're in the hotel room.
We're guaranteed gonna tell them why we're in the hotel room.
All right.
So, okay,
guys, thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you guys so much.
Cheers. We're gonna go re-up our hot tea.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
We will see you soon.
Bye, Ellen and Andy. Love y'all. Bye,
See you guys.
guys.